Hello wrestling fans, the Wrestling Wizard here, and welcome to a predictions video for this year's WWE Crown Jewel, of course being held in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia on November the 4th. Now on time of recording this video, there are actually only 7 matches on the match card. However, the matches that are on the card are bangers, to be honest with you, and I'm looking forward to each and every one. Now, before we get into the juicy stuff, as always, it'd be very much appreciated if you could like the video, share the video, and even better, subscribe if you're new. So let's cut to the chase and make some predictions. Now, in no particular order, let's kick things off with Drew McIntyre versus Seth freaking Rollins for the World Heavyweight title. Now, I'm actually going for Seth to retain, mainly because WWE haven't fully committed to the Drew McIntyre heel turn, and I think a loss to Seth will be the catalyst for a fully fledged heel turn, a turn to the dark side, and then Drew McIntyre will get his moment, but not at this PLE. I just can't see it. I think Seth is going to win. I don't think it's going to be squeaky clean. I think there's going to be some form of dodgy shenanigans at the end, mainly to protect Drew McIntyre moving forward, but I think this is just the start of the Seth McIntyre feud. But for now, I'm going with Seth to retain. Next up, we got a fatal 5-way match for the Women's World Championship. Of course, the Eradicator Rhea Ripley defending against some absolute beasts of the women's division. However, I think it's going to be Rhea Ripley who retains. There's going to be some high spots. There's going to be some pure aggression on display, mainly from the likes of Nia Jax, but it's going to be Rhea who retains. She is not going to drop this belt until WrestleMania, where she's going to get a mega match against the likes of, say, a Becky Lynch. I just don't see her dropping the belt anytime soon. Of course, she's part of Judgment Day, a mega hot faction in WWE. She ain't going to be dropping that belt at Crown Jewel. So Rhea retains. Moving on to Logan Paul versus Rey Mysterio for the United States Championship. I never thought I'd be looking forward to this match as much as I am. But say what you say about Logan Paul, he has killed it. And I actually think that Logan Paul is going to defeat Rey Mysterio. I feel like this is going to be a classic. It could go like 20-25 minutes. There's going to be some extremely high spots, some viral moments, I'm sure, along the way. But I actually think it's going to be because Santos Escobar costs Rey Mysterio. I don't think we're going to see a heel turn just yet. I think he's going to actually try to help Rey, but inadvertently actually cost Rey Mysterio the matchup, and that's going to be the start, the slow tease of the Escobar heel turn. Rey and Escobar can have a feud, and Logan Paul can feud with all sorts of superstars over on SmackDown. They've already teased an interaction between Logan Paul and Kevin Owens, so that could be pretty tasty for the United States title. And you can also see Logan Paul just giving WWE even more spotlight by parading the US title on social media. It gets more eyes on the prize, it gets more viewers into WWE, and that is surely a good thing. And if LA Knight were to lose to Roman Reigns, you've got another challenger for Logan Paul with the title. I feel that Logan Paul can do far more with the US title than Rey Mysterio has to this point with the United States title. He was always going to be a transitional champion, and I think this is where they fully pull the trigger on Logan Paul and give him some gold. Now, in what seems like a very random match, we got Cody Rhodes versus Damian Priest, and I actually think that it's going to be Cody Rhodes who wins. Surely it's going to be another victory for the American Nightmare on his journey to the top, to finishing his story, which inevitably, I think we know where that is going to end. Or at least we feel we know where that's going to end. Now, don't forget about Damian Priest, because remember, he is Senor Money in the Bank, and he really could, at this show, cash in, potentially, on Seth Rollins or Drew McIntyre, whoever it may be. Remember, Rhea and Drew struck some form of deal, or at least we assume so. So what is that? How is that going to come to light? Next up, John Cena versus Solo Sikoa. Now, I know it was only last week that John Cena was harping on about his losing streak. He literally looked like he was going to break down when he was explaining that. But at this stage of John Cena's career, he shouldn't be going over a future world champion in Solo Sikoa. Sikoa should be kept strong, booked strong, and should get a victory over John Cena. So I'm going with Solo Sikoa. I'd be shocked if Cena beat Solo, but never say never. Stranger things have happened. I just think it would be a crazy booking decision. Cena doesn't need the victory, and Solo Sikoa has only lost to a select few WWE superstars along the way. Mega superstars. Moving swiftly on to Iyo Sky versus Bianca Belair for the Women's WWE Championship. And I actually think Iyo is going to retain. I think the numbers game is going to get the better of Bianca Belair. In damage control, once more, are going to help Iyo Sky to retain. But I've got this sneaky suspicion down the line, way down the line, that it's actually going to be Dakota Kai that eventually turns on Iyo Sky and not Bayley. I actually think Bayley genuinely wants damage control to succeed, to be a dominant faction within the women's division. Now, in regards to Bianca Belair, losing here, I don't think it's going to damage her, providing they shake up her character. She needs a change to her gimmick. It seems like the same rinse and repeat gimmick, and it's getting a little bit tiresome. I want to see a more vicious, a more dominant, an NXT version of Bianca Belair, potentially a heel Bianca Belair, and maybe defeat is the catalyst for that. I hope so, anyway. But I'm going with Iyo Sky to retain. So, of course, that means we finish off with the main course. Roman Reigns versus LA Knight for the Undisputed Championship. And I think, predictably, Roman Reigns is going to retain. I would be shocked if they pulled the trigger on an LA Knight win here. I think this is the first test for LA Knight at the top. And personally, in the interactions between Roman Reigns on SmackDown these last few weeks, he's passed with flying colours. Is he going to be able to deliver in the ring? That remains to be seen. But he's going to come out of this smelling like roses. He's looking like a hot shot. He's looking like $1 million to this stage. But I just can't see them ending Roman Reigns' streak here. I really can't. And sadly, I don't believe Roman Reigns is going to be on another PLE until the Royal Rumble, which in my opinion is a little bit disappointing. Roman Reigns should really be at Survivor Series. Again, in just my personal opinion here. What do you think? Get down in the comments section. Do you think we're going to see a shock of the century and LA Knight wins, and Roman's absence on PLEs moving forward is because he's not the champion and LA Knight, the megastar, is the new champ? I personally can't see it. Of course it would be a fairy tale, it would be incredible, but I just can't see it. Roman Reigns I'm going for to retain. Thank you so much for watching the video, by the way, and as always, it'd be very much appreciated if you could like the video, share the video, and even better, subscribe if you're new. And as always, get down in the comments section and share your predictions.